This episode is Holiday Hot Take.
Holiday hot take, let's go. I feel like we should have had like some type of jingle. I'm just like riffing and freestyling right now, but like I feel like that's what it should have been. Maybe our producer will help us out with that one. Add a little
we should
ditty.
have workshopped that a little bit more. Yay!
Ho ho ho.
Christmas.
How's the holiday season going for everyone? You're in the thick of it now. I mean, those gifts better be ready to go.
Wrapped.
No, wrapping, you still have time. I don't do that until the last minute mostly.
Imagine if you were a parent, maybe you are.
Imagine. Okay.
10 presents per child. So that's 20 presents. Plus probably 2 for Mark. So 22 presents. And let's pretend you don't wrap until the night before Christmas. I mean, Santa has his wrapped, but
yeah,
if you have to wrap yours,
that used to happen to my family. I remember my mom would just like reserve a night, and it was like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't come downstairs. She's wrapping everything.
Do you remember that Instagram I told you about the moms getting a hotel for a weekend and being left alone and wrapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we honestly, like, what are you doing next week? Should we just meet in the Everglades and do that?
I don't know if there's any hotels in the Everglades.
There isn't. There's like one rest stop, but still. You and I can post up at Dunkin' Donuts for hours.
Can I tell you just pieces of wisdom, pearls of wisdom from this last weekend that have nothing to do with the holidays, but I think are really cool things?
I would love that. Okay.
So
Casey's pearls of wisdom coming up.
This is the new thing. Forget dinner parties. We had 4 couples over and another little boy for a brunch party on Sunday.
I love a day
party. Boys watch football. I love a darty.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a millennial thing, but I love a darty. Boys watch football. We got 4 dozen eggs from the farmer's market, whipped them up, ham in the oven, bacon, sausage, mimosas. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree.
And then everyone was gone by bedtime.
That's why I do love football season, because I feel like it makes it so easy to be like, oh yeah, just come over and hang out. And then the activity is like watching football. You can't really do that during some of the other seasons. You're not going to be like, do you want to come over and watch a Law and Order marathon? Like, it's just not happening.
Honestly, not tempting.
Yeah. I love that. I love a daytime thing.
The other thing that I think that we should start putting into or working into our episodes is we were out with some friends on Friday, and Clancy, who's my husband's best friend, we were just like messing around and we were talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but he's like, Case, I need you to calm down. Mother down. And I was like, that's actually amazing. So forever too much, we're going to just mother down.
Okay. I like it.
I kind of love it. All right. What about you from the weekend? What's the latest with you? How's your December going? Your holiday
season? Oh my gosh,
season?
December has been great. I've had so many holiday parties. It's really fun. I feel like for living in a state that doesn't feel like the Christmas season, I feel holidays all around, just because there's been so many great parties, so many parades, so many tree lightings, like lots of stuff at my daughter's preschool about all the holidays, and it's just been a really nice holiday season so far. So yeah, I'm like kind of sad for it to be over, because I know that January, February, March is always like the Sunday of the year, I think. And like you got like Sunday scaries or winter scaries. So
except Monday doesn't follow. Like Saturday follows. Or Thursday follows.
Yeah.
It's like the Wednesday. It's like the Wednesday of the calendar,
I guess. Yeah. But also
because you can't even sleep in and you're just cold.
Yeah.
There's no end in sight. Well, you won't be cold anymore.
I won't be cold. No.
But I understand what you mean. The holiday hangover is definitely impending.
Yeah. And I think just the way life is now too, I think the whole thing about like being younger, it was like, oh, there were so many parties and there was so much to do and so many events, and you were seeing friends and family that you wouldn't normally. And then like all of a sudden everything like stopped cold turkey. That isn't necessarily the case when you're a mom. Like there's still kids' birthday parties. Like, you know, January 17th is Ash's first birthday. So we're having a birthday party for him right away. And then there's just other things that are always going on. We're going away at the end of January to see some friends. So I think just life as a mom doesn't have that dip. And if anything, it's like that we as parents just went through so much to make the holiday season magical for our family that it's nice. There are some moms that are probably out here like screaming as you're listening to this, like, are you effing kidding? I cannot wait for January. I cannot wait for this to be over. I love the reels that go around about, I think I sent it to you. We should probably, or no, you know what? I sent it to the Mother Up Pod to post it onto the Instagram. Follow us if you don't already at Mother Up Pod on Instagram. About this dad who was pretending to like read an email from his kid's school. And it was like, don't forget, tomorrow is dress like an elf day, followed by Wednesdays, dress like a snowman day, followed by Thursdays, like bring in every activity to be able to wrap gifts like aliens, or like stop. Like there was just always something crazy that you had to do for the kids at school. My kids are not at that point yet, but
it's coming.
Yeah.
Crazy hair day, this day.
Mm-hmm.
I totally, oh, I remember. So I know that certain families have an elf that comes to their home. Yeah. And I'm not 100% sure what the
concept is.
No. What the prerequisites are or requirements, because some families don't have an elf, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're on the naughty list, but some families don't have an elf and some families do have an elf. Our family does not have an elf yet, but I know your family does not have an elf yet, but that doesn't mean that Sienna's bad or Asher's bad or Jack is bad for anybody who's listening out there.
No. So that should that be our first topic? Should we go right into it?
I feel like we should go right into it. If you don't know this episode, if you don't know from the title, this episode is Holiday Hot Take.
Holiday Hot Take. Let's go. I feel like we should have had like some type of jingle. I'm just like riffing and freestyling right now, but like I feel like that's what it should have been. Maybe our producer will help us out with that one. Add a little.
We should have
little ditty.
We should have workshopped that a little bit more. But I do want to say disclaimer: you can't hate us if you don't agree with us. We love you.
Listen.
And we're
all right.
Whoopsies.
So let's do this. Let's set a timer for each. We're going to do 2 minutes on the clock.
But I'm not allowed to have my phone by me. You always say that my phone's
you're
bad.
Not allowed to have your phone by you. So I'm going to do it.
Well, why does your phone work and mine just be as bad?
I have no idea.
Is it bad now?
No.
Okay, great. I'm holding it very far away. Apparently, for everyone who's listening and watching, my phone statics and causes some interference. So I'm holding it way away from me.
I feel like I want to just start over and have Katie cut from wherever you started talking about the elf and then just be like.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This week's episode. Holiday Hot Take. Insert little ditty jingle here. We should have came up with something fun. But today's episode, we're going to riff on a bunch of topics.
Come up with a jingle right now. Ready to go.
Holiday Hot Take. Here we go. Holiday Hot Take. Here's what you got to know. It's the Christmas season, the time for giving. I don't know what else, but la 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 la.
All right, let me see. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Here's what you shouldn't ever do.
Ooh. Is there another line?
No, that's it. That was it. All right, let's start.
Kacie and Gianna are here to help you
through.
Okay, well, for the three of you that are left after that haven't turned off the podcast
and need hearing aids,
today we're going to run down a bunch of topics about the holidays. Controversial things, like really
divisive issues.
Yeah, that get the people going. And we're going to just give you our take on it. Some we might agree, some we might not. I mean, you may see us really go at it in the next few minutes. Let's see. So first one, 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, number one, let's just start right out of the gates with the elf on the shelf. And now, as we mentioned, some families have them, some families don't, and that's okay. That still means you're on the nice list. However, in my mind, I love it. And Gianna knows me on a human being level because we work together now, and that transcends friendship. And she loves me through my faults. And my faults are I am so excited about something, I'll work through it. We'll come up with ideas. We'll work it out. And then when it's time to do it, I'm like such a flake. So I know for me, Elf on a Shelf, I would have probably like 6 or 7 calls with Santa and figure out, like coordinate with the elf as to what he was going to do that day to surprise the kids the next morning. And then for the rest of the 19 days, I don't know that the elf and I would be on the same page.
That is precisely what I was going to say about you. I said you would be guns blazing out the gate and you would come up with all these amazing ideas and it would be so cute. And then you would text me on day 6 and be like,
I'd
I'm
be
over
like,
it.
you know what? The elf was at our meeting and I no-showed. I totally forgot.
I can't do it. Yeah. Yeah.
But I do love when the elf's in the sync with the Barbies. I think it's so funny.
It is funny. So I did post this on my social media the other day. I'm at So Sorry with Gianna about like if people did the elf or not. And shockingly, 72% of my audience said no. So I guess
they don't have an elf at their house.
They don't. So I think it was really interesting that I guess the people that do have the elf are just like posting about it a lot more. And you just like think that everybody and their mother has one and it's just you that doesn't. So I'm waiting as long as I possibly can to not have it, which everybody says to me, like, yeah, I tried to hold out. And then the kids came home asking why we don't have an elf. And then you had to start going to meetings with Santa. Go ahead.
Two points I want to make. We had Dr. Sharon on, and she talked about their contract for no social media.
Yeah.
Herein lies the problem. Kids go to school. Kids have friends.
Yeah.
Kids talk. Kids say, my elf did this. My elf did this. And if you don't have an elf at your house because maybe your parents didn't get a meeting with Santa or they're very busy or the elves are very busy because there only are so many, that makes your child feel sad. What we did growing up was we had a little Christmas tree, like a little 3-footer plug-in artificial tree. We each had one in our rooms, and as well as the Christmas tree downstairs, the real one. So Patches the elf is the elf that was always assigned to our family. Patches would come and visit us like maybe once a week or something. It was always when we were getting in the tub or in the shower and we'd come out of the tub or the shower and my mom would say, Patches came. And, I got 100 on my spelling test or Lachlan did great on his science fair project. There was always something. Isabel was a very good girl all week and did all of her chores. So Patches was always watching, but Patches would only come once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks leading up to Christmas.
I like that. That is manageable.
Yes.
I like
and
that.
And maybe your elf, one of our friends' elf is named Elvis, which I love that. Elvis doesn't necessarily have to come every day. Elvis has to maybe go see other little kids. And that's okay. You have to share.
Fair. All right. Since you talked about the tree, next topic, 2 minutes on the clock. Real or artificial tree? You're a real girl.
I'm a real girl. I am a real girl to the point where I almost had a praying mantis infestation in my Boston apartment.
God.
I got a tree in Pennsylvania, put it on the roof of actually, no, I lied. I got a tree in Boston that year. Brought it back to my apartment and I was putting on Instagram. I was probably like on my second glass of wine decorating. And I was like, oh, what's this in my Christmas tree? And one of my friends.
I don't remember putting this ornament up.
I know, this is so rustic.
Yeah.
One of my friends, Eric, played baseball with her husband. She was like, get that out of your home immediately. It looks like a little ball and it's like a light brownish color. She's like, that is a praying mantis nest and you are going to have a big problem. I love real trees. The place we got it at this year actually shook them out with a machine. So it would drop all the goodies out of it before you go home. I understand that there's a time and a place. It is such a pain in the butt to get rid of and haul out. And if you live in an apartment, I love it. If you don't get it, I actually just was going to pipe in essential oils of like a pine scent.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I was a real tree girl growing up. We always had real trees. And then except my dad one year did do a fake tree and then he left it up until Easter to the point where he was hiding Easter eggs into the tree.
Oh my God. But so he redecorated it.
Bachelor of the century. Yeah. But then when Mark and I were living together in Philadelphia, we lived in a condo and you weren't allowed to have real trees because they're fire hazards. So we started getting artificial ones. And then especially with us moving around the last couple of years, like we just didn't even have them for some of it. We did buy one last year, Florida. They're hard to get the real ones down here. So we got an artificial one. And that's just
you have to get it like December 1st or else there's none to be had because they bring them down in trucks from North Carolina. But the other issue with apartments is sometimes people don't have the storage because these trees are beautiful, but they're real. to buy a real tree is very expensive. It could be hundreds of dollars, and then it's a pain in the butt to clean up and keep alive. But the fake trees are expensive.
Cleanup is the issue too. I mean, the needles everywhere is really intense. So like, no, I don't think an artificial tree looks as good as a real one ever could, but it's just easy for right now with kids.
Let's go deeper on the tree.
Okay.
Tree decoration. So like growing up,
so
go ahead.
Next topic, restarting the clock. 2 minutes.
You go first.
White lights or colored lights, and like classic Christmas or child Christmas.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I am a white light, soft white girl. I've actually been doing a lot of research about how LED lights are bad for humans because of the flicker speed. So I was looking in our garage to see if I had any incandescents, and everyone's like, it's a fire hazard. I don't care. I know they're banned. White lights. I love like the crystal look. I just saw this girl on Instagram do a bridal look where she did the fake crystals. They're plastic crystals with tinsel. Don't use tinsel if you have cats or dogs. Apparently it'll cut their intestines. I didn't know that until recently. So don't do that.
You're always putting Phil at risk.
I didn't do it. I just Googled it and thank God I did. I like a classic tree. Yeah. I think that the kid gaudy, I'm going to call it what it is, the kid gaudy tree, do a little tree in their room. That's my take. But I also like everything to be like buttoned up.
So Mark actually said that. He was like, we should do a smaller tree like upstairs by the kids' bedrooms.
Yeah,
and
I love that.
And make that their tree, because there is something about like, listen, I grew up having like, I hung my like baby's first Christmas ornament until I was like 25 years old. Like I had that forever and I loved it. And my grandparents would save like all these little things too. And so like this year, now that we finally have a home, I've been buying the sentimental type stuff. I got one to commemorate our first Christmas in our first home and our first home that we lived in here. Right. And baby's first Christmas for Asher, and like Disney princess that Sienna loves, like ones that are really memorable for this year. And I do want to keep having them, like that type of memories associated with Christmas. But
what is your big tree? What is it going to be this year? Did you do it
this
yet?
year? I did, and it's like a hodgepodge of both. Like just pretty like golden stuff, but then also the kid stuff. Mm-hmm. And then
in the back,
our artificial tree has the option that they're on the white lights. I do love a white light. I mean, you can't ask me to do the colored lights, but there's the option to change it to that. And Sienna found the button, changed it herself, couldn't have been prouder of herself that our tree is now flashing colored lights. And I just remember how I felt as a kid that I was told I couldn't have the colored lights. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that to her in this moment right now. And so our tree alternates from white lights to colored lights.
Okay. It's a seizure tree.
To colored lights. Yeah. It's not bad though.
I have, just in closing, I've done it a few times. I didn't do it last year because I didn't have them down here, and we just got into our house last year, so we just did lights on the tree. I was lucky to get a tree down here.
Yeah.
I'm doing all vintage balls, so it is going to be gaudy as all get out, but it's going to be covered in vintage, shiny, bright balls, and I'll probably do some kind of bow at the top.
Yeah. I got a really pretty star at the top, and Sienna was obsessed with it.
Where'd you get it? It's really hard to find tree toppers.
Yeah, it is home goods, but I did it like right after Thanksgiving too.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably
I
all
might
gone.
Have like my aunt's really good at bows, so I might just find a thick ribbon and have her do like a big bow.
Yes, I had a friend that was like that. I would always literally just bring in a spool of ribbon into work and be like,
here,
make me a bow for my tree. Next topic. In your house, does Santa bring one gift or does he bring many?
So growing up, Santa brought all of the gifts.
All of the gifts.
All of the gifts.
Okay.
But my husband, Eric, and I had a discussion, and we did meet with Santa.
Okay.
And Santa is only going to bring one gift, and then we are going to supply the rest.
Yeah.
And I would love to do a 3-gift cap.
Yeah.
So Santa brings one, we bring 2. And they're bigger.
I think that's great.
You know.
I think that's great. I love that. Does Santa wrap the gifts? That's another thing.
No, Santa sometimes doesn't wrap them. Santa and I coordinate. So if the 24th is my wrap day, I say, Santa, I got you, big dog. You just, drop it off. Mommy will wrap it. I'll go in the other room so I don't see you. and mommy will wrap it. But if I have the gifts wrapped already, I'll just leave some wrapping paper out for him.
Oh, that's interesting. You leave the wrapping paper out for him. Okay.
Yes, he's super fast, super fast.
Mm-hmm.
He does it with one hand while he's eating the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
I think I want to keep it minimal. I think I've done like even just the stocking is Santa gifts.
Yes.
Like just anything that can fit in the stocking. That's what Santa brought.
Well, because Santa has to bring presents for everyone. And there's so many kids who deserve big presents.
Yeah. Okay. Can we have the parents turn off or put on the headphones at this moment? Because like I need to discuss something for serious. Like,
okay. Give like a 5-second pause.
Okay.
Okay, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you feel about the fact that this man gets all the credit?
I knew this was where you're going.
I mean, I didn't even think about this until like I got older, and I don't know. I feel like I need to have a conversation with my mom and be like, I just want to thank you.
My mom would write in like scribbly letters.
No, yes. that's how I found out.
My mom changed her handwriting.
No, I deeply remember that's how I knew that the whole thing was a sham, because my mom, Santa, and the Easter Bunny all had the same handwriting.
Ooh.
My mom has like beautiful script writing.
So does my mom.
Yeah.
But she would do like the lines with like the dots on the edge of like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like if you did like a G, there would be like a circle at the top of the G. Yes, like she would write it like that.
I just think it's like, that's why I really encourage moms to just like try to roll it back a little bit. Santa doesn't need to bring everything under the tree. Santa doesn't need to bring 10 different gifts. Like Santa can bring one. And then you are the one that supplies the magic for the rest of it.
Do you want to get really mad? Do you want me to really annoy you? Keep your headphones on. Keep your headphones on. So I was probably like 9 and Lachlan was maybe 7. And we were flirting with not believing in Santa Claus anymore. So we're in bed and I'm all like, Santa's not real. Meh. So Lachlan and I are about to go to bed and we hear this on the roof.
Oh, man.
My mother had my father go out in a foot of snow on the roof of the house over my bedroom and stomp around. I think I almost peed my pants.
Aww.
Like I was like, oh my God. And like put the covers up over my head. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Jesus. Like, I don't know what I said, but I was just like, I will never not believe in Santa again.
Aww.
But it was cute. It was really cute. My dad probably almost fell off. She,
a friend of mine, her kids came to her this year and were like, we have a question to ask you. Like, is he real?
Oh my God. How old?
I think like 10 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, she like wasn't ready for it. And she's got little kids too. The cutest thing about it was that they waited until the youngers went to bed and then answered her. Yeah. All right. But anyway, moms, stay strong out there. Like, don't let any man tell you that you ain't the one that does it. Okay? You bring the magic.
Yeah, but if your little Timmy doesn't believe in Santa, you better not tell my Jack.
Oh, right.
You cuff your son. You cuff your son.
Right. I don't know that we have experience on this to talk about it, but I'm sure I've heard parents that have had really like good responses to that of like, what do you say when they do ask you, in terms of like, you can't tell anybody else. Like, it's all about the way that you believe, and some people do believe in it and some people don't, and whatever. All right. Next topic, resetting. 2 minutes, even though we went a little bit further on that one, but that was a big one.
That was an aside.
How do we feel about the matching jammies?
I think it's fine as long as you don't get the men in your life size schmedium.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Unless they want a schmedium. Some guys are jackaled and they're like, grab me a small. They want like their midriff out, but no. I
like a matching theme, but not a like every single person is wearing the exact same pattern. Does that make sense?
Okay, so maybe we're all wearing red and white in some variation. And some people have reindeer on their pants. And some people have a white top and a red bottom. And like, Yeah. Okay, that's cute. But that's also a lot of work. Because sometimes you can find companies that offer the different styles. Yeah. But if you can't, I mean, it's definitely a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. I'm still looking. So maybe shoot me some text if anybody has recommendations.
I thought you do the red with your family.
That was with my dad's side of the family.
So do you want to continue that or no?
I do with my family. And that's why, like, in some way it actually feels like a little weird. Like, I want something different than just like the red flannel PJs.
Well, then maybe you do like it has to have red, like a
Yeah,
predominantly red, like
that's
the
what I'm
red and
thinking.
green checker
I did.
or
No,
white
that's
with
actually
red.
what it is. I did find these really cute, like red checker satin PJs. Obviously, Sienna loves the satin PJ for her and I. So I think I'm gonna order those and then just get like something with red for the guys
Are
and
they the
Asher and
ones
my
with the
mom.
feathers that I had on
No,
in
I
a
did look at those though. Yeah,
Yeah, they're cute.
yeah.
But they probably don't make baby sizes. Maybe they do.
I don't think they did for Sienna or like hers was sold out or something. But those are really cute. They're from Bon Vivien. If anybody wants to look them up. All right, next topic: resetting. Best holiday movie. You're a classic. I already know what you're gonna say.
What am I going to say?
It's a Wonderful Life.
I've never seen it. Never. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that so out of character for me?
Yeah.
Because I think I lived in the olden days.
I would imagine that you on like a random Saturday in September would like shut all the blinds and pretend that it was Christmas and make a hot cocoa and just like watch that by yourself.
I don't have one. I really don't have a favorite holiday movie. You know what I do think is so funny that I was wanting to watch the other day is oh man, what's it called? What's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
No idea.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, okay.
Where he like has to fight for the Turbo Man doll. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really don't
I'm a
have
big
one.
Santa Claus person.
The Santa Claus, the
Tim
original
Allen,
Scott
the
Calvin.
original.
Yes.
That is so the tradition that I've tried to make here or with our family, like this new family that we have, is to watch one Christmas movie every Christmas. And, you know, eventually, I guess the kids get older. And now it's like we kind of watch it during their nap times, or Mark and I would watch it together just in bed before we even had kids. But like, I want everybody gathered on the couch at some point, and we're watching a movie together. And most of the years, it's going to be Santa Claus because I love that movie. But last year we did It's a Wonderful Life, and it's really beautiful. You really should. That should be your one this year. Are you looking it up right now?
I'm like A Christmas Story's funny. National
No.
Lampoon's is funny.
I'm over A Christmas Story. National Lampoon's is like good every once in a while.
How about the fact that people think Batman is a Christmas movie? Do you think movies are Christmas movies because Christmas happened in the movie?
No.
As an aside.
I know there's that debate about Harry Potter as well.
And Rambo.
Yeah, no. That's going to be a no from me.
Like, didn't Christmas happen in Rocky too? Rocky also? I don't know which Rocky, but didn't
Well, that's
Christmas
another
happen?
one. Here's
Yes.
another shocker for everybody. I've never seen one Rocky movie.
No way.
From Philadelphia, done the steps, done the Italian market, never did.
Not
never
even
watched.
not even the new Creed
No.
with Cutie Pants Michael B. Jordan? No.
No.
I mean, they're great. Listen, I love Sly. There's a good Netflix series on Sly that Eric and I watched. I fell asleep during it, but it was still good. Oh, The Grinch with Jim Carrey is always great.
The Grinch is good. Oh, I love all those.
Where
what are those?
are you, Christmas? Oh, killer song. Cindy Lou. I want to be Martha Mayhew. Like I want
I could see
to
that.
be her.
I think you're very close. I
Man,
think you
just
are.
need bigger pearls or something, and like an updo.
I love the claymation ones.
Are you kidding?
Original Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
We would wake up on Christmas morning at, I kid you not, 3 a.m. running into my parents' room like, did Santa come? That's another thing. We were not allowed to go downstairs. So we had to stay at the top of the steps. So we would sit on the top step like little puppy dogs. My dad had to go down, make coffee, and he had to make sure Santa came because like we didn't know if he came or not. So my dad had to go down and he'd have to like look for the presents. And then my mom would have to get the video camera. But they would say, you have to watch the claymation ones. You have to watch 4 Rudolphs before you can go downstairs because that would be like 2 hours. Because they're like 30-minute episodes or whatever. So if we woke up at 3 a.m, she'd be like, you have to watch Rudolph 4 times.
Oh, got it.
Because she was just going to bed from wrapping the present Santa just brought.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. I always try to catch whenever it's on and like record it on like the DVR so that I can watch it with them.
Gianna has a VCR.
I tried to I tried to watch it with Sienna last year and she like wasn't quite like understanding it, but I want her to watch it again this year. Those are my favorite.
Like Yukon Cornelius and the Abominable Snowman are like the best costume to be.
I like the ones with the brothers, the Heatmeister.
I'm Mr. Heatmeister. I'm
Yeah.
Mr. Sun, whatever it is. Yeah, that one's good. That's That's Chris. That's like
The story of Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the little drummer boy. Have you ever seen that one? I think it's a Special Moments movie. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, look at us getting all nostalgic. Next topic, 2 minutes on the clock. This one I feel heated about.
uh-oh.
The order in which gifts are opened, and if there is an order, and whether people do it one at a time or all at once.
Are you talking about babies, or like you're at a Christmas party or something? Like babies on Christmas morning?
Yeah.
There needs to be order. It cannot be just a free for all.
Thank you.
But I did see a meme the other day, the millennial urge to be like, hold up what you got so everyone can see it.
That is me. I want to see it. I want to know what everyone got. I want to know your reaction to the gift that I got you. I want to see the cute little thing that so-and-so got you. I want to go in order by age. I want the youngest to go first. Then I want every single person to stop and look as they're opening it up. I don't want everyone doing it at one time.
But Santa and my mom, because she would help him, used to wrap each of our gifts in a certain paper.
Yes.
So like Lachlan would get dinosaurs and I would get princesses and Isabel would get Barney or whatever she was into at that point in time.
Yes, that's what we did, and that's what I like to do too.
But was your father standing in a power stance in the living room with a big green garbage bag like this? Like,
we kind of had one that got paper. Like passed around the room. Or I think not.
If you opened a gift, it had to go immediately into the garbage. Like there couldn't be paper on the floor. Like my dad was like, put it in the garbage bag.
I probably am that person now.
Oh, 100%. Because I would be like ADDing out. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, but I like it when there's order. So we've done it 2 ways. We've done it where like we do it by age from youngest to oldest, and youngest opens one and then goes the next oldest and the next oldest and next oldest.
Love that.
And we've also done it where like, okay, youngest opens all of theirs and then you do. And then I think it kind of depends on age. I think like when my cousins were younger, it was like, all right, just open everything that you have. And then they could like be occupied with their toys and stuff while we're opening the rest of it. But then like as everybody got older, it'd be like, okay, you do one and then next. And then
would your parents ever hide like the big gift from you?
No, but do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
I went into my mom and stepdad's room one time and saw a bike. And I was like, whoop, gotta pretend I didn't see that. And then
how old were you?
I don't even remember. Like 12, maybe.
Okay.
And then Christmas happened and there was no bike. And I was like, yeah, so like I guess like the stores didn't like have one or something. And she was like, oh, I actually forgot. And then they went into their room and like wheeled it out. But it was just like funny. I was like, when were they going to tell me that they had that if I didn't see it and like say something?
Literally like when your mom went to get ready to go to like Christmas Eve dinner or whatever, or Christmas dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
One year I did ask for a bike. I was little. I was probably like 6, 7. And well, I still had training wheels, but I was also a doofus and probably had training wheels until I was 13. But I opened all my presents and I was so sad. And I was like, oh, I really wanted a bike. And then my mom's like, well, did you check your stocking yet? And I was like, no, there's not gonna be a bike in the stocking, babe. And there was a note from Santa and it said, Merry Christmas, Kacie. You're such a good girl. I'm so sorry, but one of your gifts wouldn't fit down the chimney.
Cute.
And he said, go outside. My dad put it on the roof. This poor man. Was she trying to collect insurance? Like, what was going on?
He put it on
with the black ice on the roof. He put it on the roof because we had like a pitched roof. So it had training wheels. So it was sitting on top of the roof.
She's
like,
dedicated.
What a guy. No, my dad climbed up there.
Well, I know, but she came up with the idea.
Yeah, that's true.
You think he was volunteering himself to do that? Of course
no,
not.
In the dark. Okay, because it would have been when we went to sleep. The sun sets at 5 o'clock or whatever it does. You don't yell at me for that. Whatever. It's dark by the time poor guy's climbing up on the pitched roof with a bike on his shoulders. But it's cute, and that's the magical stuff that I can't wait for.
Yeah, I know. I agree. All right, next topic: holiday cards. I feel like there's so much to discuss on this one. First of all, I had no idea that all of our friends and families were millionaires to be sending out holiday cards, because these things are so expensive.
Well, it shows that I haven't done one yet. So,
like, what?
It's so expensive, and you can't even get minted off the back.
I know. first of all, I love minted.
I do
But
too, but there should be an option to get it off the back.
there might be. But
I don't think there is.
First of all, I just think it's cute to be, because then like I see all my friends and I'm like, oh, they use minted too. Oh, okay, they use minted too.
No,
like,
it's
we're
great,
like
but
all a part of the
I
club
promise
of
you
using
can't
minted.
get it up. No, that's true, because I did Jack's birth announcements.
Yeah.
Like last week. And yeah, you can't get minted off the back.
Well, whatever. So, I mean, the options for now, I look at them so differently. So, like, we would get a bunch of cards and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is pretty. This is whatever. And then now I see them having made them. I'm like, wow, this person sprung for the gold foil and for the rounded corners.
And the pearl paper.
And the pearl extra heavyweight paper.
And the liner inside the envelope.
Wow. And the liner inside the envelope. I'm like, someone got a bonus at work this year. Like, this is...
Okay, what is your thought on just kids or parents and kids?
Okay. I like a whole family photo. I have seen where people do just the kids on the front and then like family photos on the back. I have seen where people do just kids, period.
How many photos are too many photos?
I think if it is multiple pages, I think one card front and back is fine.
But I don't think, and I'm not talking about anybody specific, but like 3 photos on the front and then 6 photos on the back of every vacation or every place you went that year.
No.
I think like 1 photo of the kids on the front, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, on the back, couple cute photos, done.
Yeah. Like this year I did a picture of the family together and then 1 photo of Sienna and Asher from that same moment, like from that same event. And then on the back, I did like playful pictures of the kids.
When is it too late to send out holiday cards?
Never. I think it's fine to do just even like a Happy New Year holiday card if you couldn't get your SHIT together in time to get it out for Hanukkah or Christmas.
If you send it out that late, you know that they'll pay attention because it's the only one they're getting and the other ones are in the dumpster at that point.
Yeah, but then at that point, like they're probably going directly into the dumpster from the envelope. Like right now, I've been taking them out of the envelope and putting them on the stairs and like showcasing them all.
You know what Eric got me a few years ago? Because we would get so many and he's so cute. He got me a card tree.
Oh, that is really cute. I've seen that.
It was so sweet. And it's nothing that I would ever buy because I'd be like, oh my God, that's so tacky. But he got it for me. And I was like, I love you so much. You went on Amazon and found a card tree. It was so cute.
That is really cute. I like seeing them. I like seeing how the kids have grown from like different families or just whatever. Okay. I also love when people are funny with them. I don't know that I would do this just yet because I think I'm funny,
like
but
what?
I don't think most other people do. But I had a cousin last year who sent it and was like, this kid miraculously hasn't failed out of school. This one is starting their first season in basketball, like probably won't get much playing time. and no one's more shocked than us, but wife and I are still together after 13 years and blah, blah, blah. Like, and it was just like, and like knowing him, he's like the funniest too.
Yeah.
So I appreciate those. I think they're great.
I am #1 fan, president of the fan club of self-deprecation. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think it's very grounding. If someone is self-deprecating, love you. Like,
yeah.
I think it's such a good baseline for like, okay, you get it. You're self-aware at least, but I don't know. I don't think I would ever make fun of my son. And that's, again, like you said, they might have a different dynamic, but I'm thinking in my realm, I will make fun of myself, but I would never do that to Jack. What do you think about people that include like the folded, like 2 pieces of printed paper, like an essay in there, giving like every life update
of the year
from the whole year?
See, like maybe I feel like that doesn't happen as much this year. I do have like 1 or 2 families that are guilty of it, but I feel like maybe that's not as present these days because social media.
Oh, my does it. Hers was like 3 pages last year.
No.
It's the best. She's the best. Like, literally, like Gino's in med school. Luca's about to be in med school. My grandson Lachlan is an attorney.
Yeah, but like the
just
friends
so
that she's
funny.
sending it to are on social media all the time.
No, she's sending it to people that are definitely on social media. But like, you get to an age where you've earned that. You can
100%.
Your peacock feathers can be out.
I would
in the
love
open.
to read your 3-page essay. She can do it, but yeah, no. But holiday cards, man, they're expensive.
They
But
are.
if you're
But
still
they're
looking for some,
nice.
there's still time. Go to minted.com right now.
Yeah, no, not an ad. I also love that people like thought of me. I think
Oh, I love
it's
that.
very touching.
I
But you
love
don't
that.
keep them, do you? Some people keep them.
I don't keep them.
No.
No, I keep ours, and I've seen people who like frame them like throughout the years, and I think that's really cute.
Yeah, but I hate that you can't see the back.
True.
Ugh, whatever, it's fine.
Anyway. Okay. Next topic. When do you start and when do you end the decorations?
Christmas?
Yeah. I think Thanksgiving, like Black Friday on, it's Christmas season. And then I don't like it to end immediately. I'd say by like the second week of January, like the end of the second week of January, the stuff can start to come down. But I don't like a hard stop like the day after New Year's.
I agree. Black Friday begins Christmas season. We always got our tree on like Black Friday or Saturday growing up. Like we would be home from college or whatever, and we would go get our tree that day. And then, yeah, I think like January 2nd, you can take the first, and then like first week of January, the tree has to go out. Listen, it's dead as a doornail at that point. So
yeah.
Let's just get it out. I did recently start doing the tree bag thing, which makes it easier, but you just have to surrender to the fact that there are going to be pine needles everywhere for months. But no, I got an email the other day from Hannah Anderson. Do you know that brand? It's like 100% cotton. They have PJs and clothes. It's been around forever. Like you probably
literally
wore it.
Just saw it today when I was
shopping. Her
shopping.
pajamas are fantastic. I love them. That's what we get for Jack. Again, 100% cotton, so it's great. But I got an email from them like, our Valentine's Day shop is live. The hell out of here with the Valentine's Day. No. Like, let Halloween be, and listen, it's called the Christmas creep for a reason. They creep up earlier and earlier and earlier, but I think we just have to be united in our resistance of, no, we're not going to take it. See you on Black Friday.
Yeah, I hear you. Next topic, New Year's Eve, a little New Year's Eve action. What do you like better, going in or going in? Staying in or going out? I guess staying in could be like a house party or going out to like an event.
I love a house party.
Yeah.
Absolutely love a house party. A controlled environment. Some of my friends post-college, a bunch of friends who lived in New York City, they would go in, which is very expensive, but they would go in and rent a suite in Times Square to overlook Times Square.
Yeah.
So fun. You have like room service brought up. You bring your own champagne. That is cute. I don't like crowds. I was at New Year's Eve in Times Square one year. One of my friends so my cousin was a producer for Hot Shell Ray. And so I went, like one of my friends was in the band. So I went and was there. And it was unbelievable, but it was very controlled. Like we were in the Hard Rock and then we went out and then we went back in the Hard Rock. Like it was very like I wasn't in a pen with a diaper on, like not able to pee for 7 hours. That was fun. I like plans. I like parameters. I like boundaries. I am too smart for this. I've been there. I've done that. I've bought the ticket with you get a free drink. No, I'm going to get my shoes messed up. People are going to bump into me. It stinks. The floor is sticky. Absolutely not. I don't want anybody in my
4
space.
Days after. Yeah.
No. Do a house party, order some food, have everybody bring a bottle. It is the best. Controlled environment.
What are you doing this year?
So we're going to see Dave Chappelle on the 29th or something, but I think we're just going to stay in. It's our second anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm probably still recovering from the wedding.
Yeah.
Last year we went back to the Breakers,
I know,
Eric
that was
and
so
Jack,
sweet.
which was so nice. But we were just in Malibu for a few months. We live in Florida. Like I don't need a vacation. Like my life's a vacation. So what are you guys doing?
We're going to one of those big wild events here, but we're doing it with like a group of friends.
But it's probably a sit-down dinner.
It is.
Or catered. Or there's one here actually that's a Gatsby themed one where it's like a sit-down dinner and there's drinks and you're not getting vodka.
That's
like
true.
You know what I mean? Like you're paying a certain price and you know that it's going to be a fun time. That I am all for. Like women are in gowns, men are in suits. Love that.
Yeah.
That's a lost art. These events, these Gatsby type events where you get dressed to the nines and you go out and you drink champagnes
I
in the
know.
little
And then,
champagne
it's like,
glasses like that.
I think we were of the age before, like in our early late 20s, where we were going to a million weddings a year. So to like get dressed up and go to another event kind of like that for New Year's, like didn't really hit. But
Now
now
it
it
does.
does. Yeah. So now I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year we stayed in because I was like 108 weeks pregnant.
But it
So
is, again, it is a controlled environment. You know, there's going to be a photo booth. There's going to be cocktails. There's probably
yeah,
going to be a raw bar.
the
Like,
event is like a wedding. And like,
yes.
I love a New Year's wedding. Yours was incredible. My friend Liz's and Justin's, theirs was amazing. A New Year's wedding is so great because of that. Because it's like,
because everything is overhyped. It overpromises
Yeah.
and under delivers.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of the time.
yeah.
You're going to have so much fun. And it's also the people you go with. If you go
Well,
and you're
that's
just
the
going to
thing.
get trashed,
The group
it's like,
that we're going with, I was like, we could really go to like a back alleyway of Dairy Queen and I would have the best time. So I like don't even care where it is. It was just like, just someone tell me where to go. We toyed with hosting one for a little bit, but then I was like, it's just like not enough time.
There's also, tell me if you think this is right, a correct assessment. If there are people over 60 at the event, you know it's going to be good.
Oh, I'm gonna need your work on that.
They're not going to subject themselves to some teeny bopper party where they're going to be, their threshold for BS is way lower than ours. They're like, I don't need this. Like, I have grown children. I've done my stuff. Like, I am good. So they're not going to subject themselves to some like Wahoo party. So if there are 60 plus people there, you know it's going to be a certain level of sophistication.
Yeah.
And like enjoyability and calmness, and things are going to be done the right way.
Yeah. That's what this party is. That's what I think it's going to be. So we'll see when we get back if I'm like bitching about it or not, or that it was fun. Again, I have no expectations. I just want to be with my friends. And
what are you going to wear?
That, oh my God, I have no idea. I like have been stalking Revolve. We'll figure it out.
Revolve is hard because everyone shops there.
Do we have any other hot takes that you want to? Oh, we have one more that you put on the list, and I think it is a fantastic one. So we will round it out with this. When should a significant other be invited and allowed to attend Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever it is, but your holiday of choice?
I think, and granted, this is I think there's an algorithm.
Okay.
That you need to plug in length of time having dated, not on and off and volatile and fighting and blocking. And we're not talking like, how long have you been dating?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Is there travel involved?
Yeah.
And are there people in your life, like grandparents, who you really want this person to meet? Like, I think all of those factors have to come into play. If you're 21 years old and you just met Bobby at the frat party over Halloween and no, Bobby cannot come to Christmas. No, Bobby can't come to Christmas. Bobby can come the day after Christmas. That's fine. If let's say you're 40.
Does your family have a rule about this? I feel like your family would have a rule.
No, because none of us, I'm one of 12 grandchildren. None of us ever had these serious high school or college relationships where we were like, oh, I want to bring Jimmy home for Christmas.
Yeah. It was always just like, you're the only married one, but was Eric the only person you brought home for a holiday?
I dated this guy, Jeff, in high school, like on and off, and he was in our friend group and he came over for dessert at My Mi's. But that's the other aspect that I want to say. People a lot of times aren't from where they live. So like New York City or Philly, like people might be from Pottsville, Pennsylvania, or somebody in Philly might be from upstate New York. So I think it's also different because people aren't from that area.
Oh, I see what you're
saying. So if you're from the same hometown, it's different. But if there's travel involved, I think that is an added hurdle to overcome. But no, I think if you're 40 and you met someone and it's serious, and I also have this like theory that once you hit 30, relationships are expedited. I think that a lot of people are who they're going to be. So they know what they want. They know what they don't want. They know what the relationship needs to look like. They know how much they'll bend for the other person. So I think that sooner or earlier on in the relationship is acceptable the older you are.
But I think about it now, and like, again, my kids are young, so I have no experience with this, but like, I don't want some random at my holiday just because
Correct.
you happen to be dating my daughter that week,
right?
or whatever it is.
But
I guess it's like, but it's like once, like you as a parent, like I'm sure if I like get to know this kid and I'm like already projecting onto like Sienna's future relationships, but like say they've been together for a few months or for a year and she really loves him and we actually also really love him and he's great to be around and
right.
she's really happy when he's there. Like, yeah, maybe I'm going to be like, okay, like why don't you tell whoever to come over for the holiday? But I don't know that it's like you're waking up and having coffee and opening gifts with us, but you can come to dinner.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like it's different with a daughter and a son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would
like,
love to know what other moms do about this. I like, okay, listener, I need you to DM us immediately and tell us your situation with this because Kacie and I are such newbies at this. I like, you have to prepare
yeah, we need
us.
the moms of grown-ups or the moms of like 18 plus or 15 plus. I mean, you never know when it starts, but it's definitely hard. And I think an easier alternative would be like, okay, if it's Sienna, why doesn't Joey spend, Christmas with his family and then he can come on the 26th for a few days and sleep in another bedroom or sleep like out on the boat.
Oh, that's a whole other topic we'll have to get into at another point. On that note, we're going to holiday hot take is going to end right there because oh God, look, I'm just getting all nervous. I knocked over a shelf and everything. Oh my goodness. My blood pressure's shooting through the roof. But also we want to say this is the season finale of Mother Up. Oh my God, have you guys made this so much fun? Thank you so much. We are 100% coming back in January with more. We've actually already recorded episodes, so it's happening.
And I also want to say thank you all for your submissions for our Mother Up, first annual Mother Up Merry Mother giveaway. Oh, we love you all. Thank you so much. And we will be announcing the winner today.
Yeah. Make sure you go follow us on social. That's where everything is happening at Mother Up Pod. We love you so much.